welcome to another episode of Mick and the Fat Man, where we are talking artists, albums, and everything music. Well, welcome everybody to another exciting episode of Mick and the Fat Man Series 4, episode number 16, 17 or 18. We don't know. We think it might be 18, but you know, we'll run with it. G'day, Mick. Happy rock and roll to you, sir. And how are you travelling?
Mate, I'm just fine. And I just realised that every time I say I'm just fine, so...
Do something different. Say I'm shit.
I'm not. I'm here with you. We're talking about rock music and we're talking about the things that we love to people who love to hear about them. What could be better?
Nothing could be better. So let's kick on. Feedback. With last few times we've had a bit of feedback from Pete. We haven't got any from Pete this time.
He's gone quiet.
He's gone quiet.
But maintaining radio silence.
I think so. But I've been trolling through the email account, and there's a couple of outstanding items, and I don't know whether you've actually got to them or not, because I got a very important message from Boyd Cashing. Not sure if you're familiar with Boyd's work. It says, "Hey there. We have your order in our system and will process it soon. Seek for a mall with the details for confirmation." Seek for a mail with the details for confirmation. So we've got, we're paying $689 for Office 365. I didn't think it was that much. Is it that much?
No, I can get it much cheaper than that.
Well, Boyd says we've got to fork up.
Well...
I don't know.
I think that's on you, mate.
I'm going to have to. Anyway, he's got the reference number there. I'll follow it up and see if we can pay him off. Yeah. Also got another one from Mike Scott. Don't really know Mike that well, but he sent me the shipping confirmation for our order. It's been dispatched.
I must say, customer service these days, mate, is so much better. I regularly get text messages and emails and such telling me that the urgent parcel I wanted has been dispatched, or that they tried to deliver it, and for some reason they weren't willing to leave it just out the front and have it stolen. I had to go into their computer system to give them some new details about delivery.
Yeah, so
and I think that's great.
No, very, very helpful. Always very helpful. So this one, I'm going to have to chase that one up. I don't even know what it is they're sending us, but
whatever it is, they've dispatched it.
It's on its way. So I don't even know where it's going. I don't even know where's Mick and the Fat Man's actual address. You know, we've got our own.
That's going to be interesting.
We're going to have to get a post office box so this stuff can get there.
I think so. Yeah. It reminds me that we can't do it on air, but Derek and Clive did. Derek and Clive, if for those of you who don't know them, make Jeff look like an altar boy they say more F words in a 3-minute sketch than Jeff does in 3 episodes.
That's right. Ad Nauseum was
hilarious,
amazing album, and if you're into the environment, you'll love their sketch on whales. They do a wonderful sketch on saving the whales, don't they?
That's right. Yeah, what have the whales ever done for us?
So we might see if we can find a link for that in the show notes. That's good.
Yeah,
get it in there. It's up to the people if they. There's a warning there. If you're easily offended, do not listen to it.
I suspect that Spotify or Apple Music won't play the best of Derek and Clive.
Who knows? They are. For those did we say it's Peter Cook and Dudley?
Cook and Dudley Moore in their vulgar, potty-mouthed alter egos.
Alter egos, yeah. It's just great.
They are hilarious.
Anyway, I know you've got. We're kicking on. We're kicking on into this episode, mate. No buggerising around. I want to know.
Get into it. Yeah.
I want to know what you have got inside that magnificent glow bike travel bag. With luxurious interior. We'll just get that unlocked and see. Oh, there's one. There's two. Get that one, and I'll just get that one over there and the one side.
Oh, good. Yep.
And just get that last one. There we go.
Okay.
What do you got?
A lot of paperwork, mate.
Oh.
I've got Rolling Stone They've given us another gift. This time, they claim to list the best 200 songs of the 80s. Well, we were there.
Yeah.
And I don't think they were. So we'll see what their list has got to say.
Oh, the 80s. Yeah. It's not a strong decade, is it?
It's got some interesting stuff.
It's got some interesting stuff.
Good, bad and crap.
We shall see. We shall do a bit of a 30,000 feet hover above the top 200 songs of the 80s.
I think we should.
Excellent. Anyway, before we have a look at that, let's go through a little bit of what's important, and you know what it's going to be. We've got some rock news to get into, mate.
Excellent.
All the news that is rock. All the news that is rock. All the news that is rock is here right now. Last time we mentioned that Oasis is going to be coming to Australia, and that we may not be able to get tickets because we didn't get into the ballot. But here's something we can both enjoy, and that's a new Coldplay album. So it's been a while since they've had their last album out. It's been over a decade. And this new LP, Moon Music. So music to look at the moon by. It's going gangbusters, of course. It's their 10th studio album. And I've got a little bit of it here to play for you to see what you think. I had a listen, and basically I'm going to play this a little bit.
As much as I could, as much as I tried, I just couldn't seem to find my way.
Sounds good, doesn't it? Isn't it nice?
Kill me now.
But can't you see, like you and I, down the front of the concert, with our glow sticks and rocking back and forward? We're just rocking. You got all my love. So that's nice, isn't it? What do you think?
Yeah, look, there's nothing there. We'll have a listen to the album, but there's nothing there to change my opinion of Coldplay, which is music for people who don't care about music.
I think what we'll do, we'll listen to the album so that our listeners don't have to, and we'll report back.
I think so, yeah.
I think it's our civic duty.
Yeah, well, and it's important that we do our civic duty.
That's right. That's right. So we'll have a look at that for everybody. Now let's have a look at this. This is our next story. See if you recognise this. We're getting low down. We're getting down. Who doesn't love a bit of Puff Daddy?
Can't go wrong, can you?
Cannot go
Apparently
wrong.
you can.
If you're Puff Daddy, you can go a bit wrong. So it would appear...
A US judge has ruled that the rapper and producer Sean Diddy Combs will stand trial on federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges in May. He'll be held in prison until then. Sean Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges that he used his business empire to transport women and male sex workers across state lines to take part in recorded sexual performances. If convicted, he could face a life sentence. David Willis reports.
So poor old Diddy Coombs has been having a bit of bother, it appears. He's been having parties. Now, he was well known for his white parties. I don't know whether did you ever get an invite to one of his white parties?
Oh, I did, but I didn't have anything white to wear, so I couldn't go.
Didn't go. I didn't go either, but I've heard that inside the white parties there would often be a party within a party, and there would be people who would get together, and then there would also be other things that he would have, because he had a few houses around the place, and he used to have these sessions called freakouts. And all I can say, there was a lot of drugs and a lot of lubricant. I know you're familiar with it. Anyway, so he's been in a bit of bother. Now, when they did a search of his Beverly Hills house, they found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and Astroglide, which is a lubricant, personal lubricant. And this is the one that interests me quite a bit, 784 dildos. Now, the police person who's counting the dildos got a big box of dildos. They say, count those, George. All of them? Yeah, count all the dildos. So you get 781, 782, 3, 4. 784. Why did he get 784? Why not like an even 800? Wouldn't you just say, George, go and buy some dildos. How many? 784?
That number just absolutely defies reason. Yeah. Do you want 784 so you can offer them in every size and every colour and
every room,
with the choice of size and colour?
Yeah, I don't know. And you'd sort of think if you had 784, you'd probably spread them across your different houses. If you had 784 in the one house,
it's unbelievable.
What's in the other houses? We don't know yet.
So 784, has he got an even number in every room, or has he got bigger rooms for more people?
Oh, it's square metre based.
Maybe, that's what it is, yeah.
So
I'd like to see his calculus on that.
That's right. 10 square metre room, you get 15 dildos. 20 square metre room, you get 30 dildos.
Maybe, yeah.
Who knows? Anyway, apparently some of the baby oil was laced with a bit of GBH and all manner of drugs, so that if you licked any of it, you got a bit crazy. Now, his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, there's actually a video of her being bashed by him, but she says that his assistants would supply baby oil and Astroglide during the freak-offs, not freak-outs, freak-offs. Diddy would then instruct his girlfriend to pour excessive amounts of oil all over herself. And before the freak-offs happened, Diddy gave ecstasy, cocaine, GBH, ketamine, marijuana and alcohol in excessive amounts. Now, I don't know. I think you could even have a small amount of ecstasy, cocaine, GBH, ketamine, marijuana and alcohol and still be off your scone. I don't think you need a lot of it if you're going to have all of them.
No, I think you're right. And in that context, exactly what constitutes an excessive amount?
I don't know. Excessive number of drugs? Is it the number of drugs or is it the amount of each drug you take? I don't know.
No, the excessive amount is the oil.
It's excessive amounts of oil. Yeah, so, how much oil is too much?
Yeah, so and I don't know.
Who do we ask? Who do we find out from?
Listeners, if you're familiar with Diddy's parties.
Do we ring the oil hotline? The baby oil hotline.
I think that's what it could be, yeah. If you know what's going on, just send us a message. You'll find it there in our podcast listing.
Yep.
Send us a message. Tell us all about the ratio of cocaine and ketamine to GBH.
What makes it
laced oil?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, Cassie said that she basically used to be able to disassociate from these horrific encounters. So, look, Diddy's in a bit of bother. He's not. I don't think he's. Who knows? He's going to get good lawyers, isn't he?
Well,
he'll do a deal.
I suspect no matter how good a deal he has and how many good lawyers he's got, all you got to do is look at Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
This bloke makes Harvey Weinstein look like an altar boy.
He does indeed. He does indeed. Yeah. So he might get a holiday with Harvey, and they could talk about their previous exploits.
That'd be good.
They can make a movie of it.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I suspect that Diddy won't have much left to make a movie with after all of this.
He's made a few bob in his time.
He has, and I suspect he'll lose it all.
Yeah. Anyway, it's all a bit sad for poor old Diddy. Anyway, let's move on. Can you ever get enough Beatles action in this modern day?
Never.
I mean, when you think about it, they survived for one decade, really, in the 60s. They got through to the 1970, and that was it. there's a new documentary coming out exploring Beatlemania in America, specifically in America. So it's a Martin Scorsese film, so it's going to be good.
It's going to have the mafia in it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to. That's right. That's right. So it's going to be a documentary about the band's first visit to the US, and it's going to be out in November.
Can't wait. Oh, that's next month.
Soon.
Yeah.
So we'll be getting a bit of, pardon me, we'll be getting a little bit of Beatles action, which will be great.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Anyway, let's move on to 1001 albums you must listen to before you die. Page 530. So we've gone back a bit. We were up there with Snoop last time. He was at page 700 odd. I don't know that I'm allowed to. I don't think I'll be allowed to go past 600 again, will I?
Never. Yeah.
It gets a little bit ragged once you get up to there. So page 530. It's The Fall. You familiar with The Fall's work?
I am indeed.
So we're doing The Nation's Saving Grace, 1985, produced by John Leckie, art direction Michael Pollard, 47 minutes and 10 seconds. It's their 8th studio album by English post-punk band. Give us a bit of a... released on the Beggars Banquet label. What's your thoughts, Mick?
Mate, I like The Fall, but believe me, I can really see why people don't. Their whole approach falls out of the whole punk thing, punk and new wave thing. The lead of the band is singer, lead musician, coordinator, the whole box and dice. Mark E. Smith, who died recently, died earlier this year. He was a cranky, misogynist bastard who was as hard on band members as he was on anyone else. He used to. They had a high turnover of band members.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, interestingly, this album,
Yeah.
Smith insisted that the record be mastered from a cassette copy that he made of it.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to have something too good in quality.
And I'd say you could certainly not accuse this album of being overly produced.
You couldn't. I find it difficult to see the production in anything The Fall does. Production by your standards, as in making the music interesting, intricate, approachable, understandable, and opening up the world.
And sonically pleasant.
Yeah, I don't know about sonically pleasant. I do find them interesting.
Yeah, sure.
I've got a couple of Fall albums. But yeah, I can readily, without even being told, this is not morning music.
No, this is not one for getting the missus up with, that's for sure.
No, absolutely not. This album, it was produced by John Leckie, who did a lot of work with a lot of other, perhaps more musical bands, Magazine, for instance.
Yeah, right.
Worked with Susie and the Banshees. He worked with XTC and Public Image. Yeah, and to make Public Image more accessible than The Fall, that's a big job. Yeah, and he's got skills. He's really good, and he's renowned for his ability to capture craft pop tunes. And what the book says about this particular album is that this is a lot more accessible and a lot more poppy than The Fall stuff. Don't know about that, but it strikes me that this album is not much different from anything else by The Fall. Snippets of sound, the songs. You're never going to get a 12-minute song with 2 minutes of subsonic conversation at the beginning of it. No, nothing like that. You're never going to get anything Pink Floyd.
No.
From Mark E. Smith and The Fall, but he does have an interesting approach. Like a lot of bands in that period, heavy on the bass. Yeah, a lot of, and I find it interesting. I find much of The Fall to be interesting. His voice is, he's the whinging bloke in the corner in the pub.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Which, I can see automatically that, he's not going to be your type of music, and he's not most people's type of music.
It was all right. I wasn't totally offended by it or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's not something I'm going to listen to again, but it was okay.
Yeah. Mark Smith, or Mark E. Smith as he was known. I never found out what the E stands for, but that's all right. He revelled in the fact that the Fall were abrasive, and he was abrasive.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Badge of honour.
He took it as a badge of honour. He one of his quotes was, "The Fall are probably the most unpopular group among women ever." Yeah, given his misogynist approach to.
Gee, that's not a prize you'd be happy to win, is it?
Oh,
well,
he was happy.
Yeah,
he was happy about it. Yeah, and one of the songs on one of his other albums, the opening lyrics are, "Hillary, Hillary, where's the 50 quid you borrowed from me?" And then he goes into the type of alcohol that she likes to drink in the pub.
Yeah, whatever.
And he says, "People still cross the road from me. I've still got that," he boasted near the end of his life. "I can clear a pub when I want to. It's a talent." And he applies that talent to his music.
What? Why do you see that? Why would you see that as being a great skill? One of you,
It's interesting.
Basically, people fucking hate me, and I wear that as a badge of honour.
Well, at least he's not Coldplay.
No, he's not. No. True. No, okay. So, if I'm going to lock you in the room and you got a choice of Coldplay or the Fall, you're going to take the Fall.
I am.
Me too. Definitely me too. Yeah. Interesting. Did you put this in? The band was greatly influenced by Can.
Can, yeah.
Never heard of it.
Can. Once you've heard it, you'll know. You'll know Can. Again, abrasive sort of krautrock.
Never heard that.
Screeching, screeching. It's all sounding good. Sounded like your type of music.
Sounded great. I'm loving it.
Can greatly influence the Sex Pistols.
Okay.
And of course, Public Image.
Yeah.
In fact, given the people that I like the people who are influenced by them. I've never been that excited by Can.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't really like them all that much. And the only reason that I've mentioned them there is that one of the songs on this album that you've picked is called Damo Suzuki, which is a tribute to Can.
Right, okay. Interestingly, we'll finish off on the last sentence in the review in the book. It says, "This nation's saving grace saw the Fall gain wider acceptance and is a great example of their ability to be pop without having to compromise their stance."
They certainly didn't compromise.
No, they did not. Let's move on, shall we?
And for those of you who are really looking forward to it, I'll put a bit in the playlist.
Yeah. Chuck the album in. Overall, I don't like the first song. They could lose that. That doesn't really add any value to anything. But because it's just a sort of this bit of music that doesn't really go anywhere or do anything. But it's not awful, I must admit.
There's a rousing review. I like this album. I think it will go a long way. It's by no means awful.
I give it a 3.
There we go.
Out of whatever. Let's move on to the guts of the episode, Mick.
Let's do that.
Rolling Stone's 200 greatest songs of the 80s. Give us your thoughts, buddy.
Mate, every now and then, Rolling Stone gives us a gift. So when we're sitting around thinking, what do we do our next few episodes on? And we get stuck and we think, what's Rolling Stone got out?
Rolling Stone's got hidden away in the back blocks of its databases.
So this time, Rolling Stone has given us a list called the 200 greatest songs of the 80s. So we had a look at their list. And we were there and we didn't even know half those songs. But nonetheless, we thought we'd give it a whirl and just let you know what we think about Rolling Stone's list of the 200 greatest songs of the 80s. Some are good, some are bad, and some are so unbelievably bad as to be so what?
I know it's I assume, I don't know, do they vote on it, do you think? Or they just send a half dozen people off to get their favourite songs, do you think?
I don't know the total number, but they call for people to give their top 10.
Right.
And then they aggregate those sort of lists, because you can see in the notes that they have about each song, the comments about each song, it's written in a personal thing, as if the person has written, oh, what I like about this song is blah blah blah, and so on. So it's very much a personal thing. And look, the problem with their list is that because of that, there's no real criteria, and I'm not going to go into all the criteria because it doesn't really matter. They've done it and released it, and we're gonna pay out on it. But they take all of these things, and I guess they assess the voting, and so it is a voting exercise. I've seen things where it's maybe the 100 top people in the music industry, musicians, producers, probably journalists for what that's worth, that sort of thing. Being a US publication, there's a heavy emphasis on US performers, or people who've done well in the US charts.
There always is, though, in their lists, isn't there?
There is, and it's they're based in Wall Street, so I can't criticise them for that. I can criticise them for a whole lot of things, but look, realistically, this one, compared to, we started the season with the 250 greatest guitarists of all time, which wasn't.
Which was a great list.
Ours was.
Yeah, they had some very interesting people in there, didn't they?
Look, and I must say that I still found some of the people that they had in the list we'd never heard of, and they were great. Really, really very good. And that's all good. But look, despite our expectations that we'd hate it, I was really surprised at the number of songs in this list that we actually like.
Yeah, there are still plenty of good ones.
Yeah,
without doubt.
In fact, when you look at the list, we're not going to bore you with a list of number 47 is this. We're just going to pick and choose and do a few things. And in the playlist, we'll put some of our favourites. But we've already talked about many of the songs that are in this list over the last 4 years, and I was surprised at how many that was.
Yeah, there's some. To be honest, there's plenty of good stuff in here, but it's to be expected, but there is some shocking stuff.
There's some shocking stuff as well. Look, what a poll of this nature, really unintentionally, that's not their thinking at all, but it highlights how far from the rest of the world we were here in Australia in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now it's nowhere near as much, because people can look up things on the internet and it doesn't matter where they are. Right, they can find out about this band or that band, or bands that like to eat ice cream while they're singing on stage, that sort of thing. You can look up whatever silly things you want, and the whole world will come up. But back then, we had a couple of magazines and DoubleJay, TripleJ.
Yeah, that's right. And if you weren't listening to DoubleJay when did DoubleJay become TripleJ? I can't remember.
I don't know. Sometime in the 80s. Yeah.
But, I mean, if you weren't listening to that, you were listening to the commercial AM stations.
And that's even less chance of hearing most of these things.
And maybe the FM had started by then. I can't remember exactly when the FM started. But, say Triple M. In Triple M, you'd be listening to 15 songs on high rotation and every now and again one would pop out, another one would pop in, but the same songs over and over and over again.
Absolutely. So in this list, there's songs we haven't heard at all.
Yep.
And songs we haven't heard of. Some songs we have no desire to hear, and once we played them, that was reinforced. But they've got cultural emphases that we don't have. America is a world of its own, as we can see by this carry on about the election that they've got coming up. It's a whole different world, and they have a lack of awareness or interest in what's happening in the rest of the world. We are more outwardly focused than at least America.
America's. That's just America, isn't it?
It is. Yeah,
it's only like something like, is it 30% of the people over there have a passport?
I didn't think the figure was anywhere near that high. Yeah, I've heard 5%.
It's low, whatever it is, which just means that they're, and their news might cover the Middle East, but it doesn't cover much more than that as far as international news.
Where's the Middle East? Is that Idaho?
I always love looking at people, getting Americans to point to the countries on a map.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Can you point to Africa? Oh no! Can you point to Asia? Is that just here, South of America? Jesus,
they've got no idea at all.
Mind you, I'm sure they pick and choose those people a little bit, but anyway, they still are stupid arseholes.
Yep. So what's in this list?
Let's have a look. Open her up and have a look, matey. What have we got?
Click, click.
More clicks. Not going to be more clicks.
No, I don't think so. Look, it's got everything we'd expect.
So
all the standards?
What's the top 10? What's number one then, as far as their view?
Mate, Prince.
Oh.
Kiss. Not a bad song.
It's a good song.
Whether it's the best song of the 80s, I don't know. I can't hear that song without thinking to myself, think I better dance now. With apologies to Tom Jones.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's the greatest song of the 80s, but it's not a bad song.
It's a good song.
Yeah, there's a few others that are fairly typical of the 80s, like A Prayer by Madonna.
It's okay.
Yeah. Before she dramatically altered herself surgically.
Yeah.
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, The Message. Now, for someone who doesn't like rap, which is me, or hip-hop or any of those variants, I love this song.
That's a good song.
Yeah, it really
is. A good
is.
song.
And he did a couple.
And that deserves to be up there high.
I think so, yeah. I like Michael Jackson, Billie Jean.
Yep.
Now, Billie Jean, when we talked about Billie Jean, or when we talked about Thriller, we talked about how this was the song that broke him, but the song that cemented that was Thriller. Yeah, and the film clip.
That's right.
Rock became more of a multimedia thing in the 80s. Yeah, so Public Enemy, Bring the Noise. Now I know the song, but I don't know if I'd cross the road to hear it.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. Whitney Houston, How Will I Know? Yeah, how will you know, Whitney? No, she won't know anything.
No, she wouldn't know.
No. And the first song about Arctic wildlife, with the Go-Go's, Alex the Seal.
Alex the Seal. Favourite song.
I love it.
Favourite song. Yeah, and I love the fact that they've obviously got, they're ecologically minded.
Yeah.
To sing a song about.
Very strange thing to sing about.
No, it's great.
And people have tried to tell me that the song is actually called Our Lips Are Sealed, and I thought,
no,
just don't know anything.
It's a common mondegreen. They get it wrong.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Kate Bush, Running Up That Hill.
Which is interesting that it actually got into this list as number 10.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, it's a great album and a great song.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised that it got up that high.
Yeah.
But probably more interesting is the fact that it's resurgent later on in the last, how long ago? Was it about 5 years ago?
Was it Running Up That Hill?
Yeah.
Okay, from Stranger Things.
From Stranger Things, yeah.
Look, that's Stranger Things itself is great because it's got a great the creative side of Stranger Things has really done a great dip back into the 80s for that entire show. It's just wonderful. It's like every time you look at it, you say, oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's a fun show.
Duran, of course.
Yeah.
And the Smiths. I was both horrified and pleasantly amazed to find the Smiths in the top 10 of a US list.
Yeah, very surprising, I must admit.
Yeah. There Is a Light That Never Goes Out. Lovely. Yeah, with my take on the Smiths says there's only good and better. There's no bad. So whatever Smith's song would have made it in there would have been quite appropriate. I was surprised how many English or British songs were in the top 50.
Yeah.
18.
Wow.
Songs that are British or UK based. And that's really quite surprising. Bowie, Depeche Mode, Culture Club, Clash, Nina Cherry, U2, back when they were still good.
And you got one song in though, interestingly.
Yeah.
And
that's part of the problem about the list. It's not really the greatest songs of the 80s.
No.
It's what we think are the 200 best artists of the 80s. Because you look at the list, the text that goes with them. When they pick an artist, you go in there, there'll be 5 or 6 songs or an album or 2 listed. So it's a bit of a cheat.
Yeah.
The list itself hasn't got a lot to do with the important songs. It does. Sorry, I did tell a lie. It's the important songs, but more important is the artists.
Yeah. Yeah, without doubt.
Yeah. I don't know what criteria they use, and I'm not going to go into a big discussion about point values and all that sort of stuff, but really interesting to see that the Smiths and people that we would regard as UK niche got in there.
UK niche.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The US, it's a US market, but even the US market, I'm still amazed at some of the people who are in there. You and I know, we've done episodes and I make a point of finding, in some cases, bands that aren't at that top echelon of sales and so on. But I wouldn't think that many would have heard of Husker Du.
No.
I wouldn't have thought that many would have heard of the Minutemen.
No.
and most of the various rap artists that are in the list
No.
at all.
Now, interestingly, we had a look at the top 10. If you look at the top 10 streamed songs on Apple,
Yep.
which I just had a look at.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
So there is I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney. That was number 2. Fleetwood Mac, Everywhere, number 3. Billie Jean was there. Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi. Journey. I don't know why people downloaded Journey, but anyway, they did. There's Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine, AC/DC, Back in Black, Fast Car, Tracy Chapman, and Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams Are Made of This. But number one, what was the number one song downloaded on Apple? Now, I'll give you an interesting clue. In the 200 Rolling Stones songs, it's sitting at 184.
Oh,
184.
that's just telling me the answer.
So the top song streamed on Apple for the 80s, I'm going to play a version of it, a cover version of it here for you, which I know you're going to love.
I love these things that you find, Jeffrey.
Can you guess what it is?
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Is it good?
It's lovely.
This is the Southeastern Massachusetts Youth Orchestra doing, as we said, the most streamed song on Apple for the 80s, Africa by Toto.
Wow. Toto, 30 years, 3 great songs.
But even better when it's played by a youth orchestra over Zoom. This was
now
done,
you've got me.
This was done during COVID, and so they did it over Zoom. So it's great. It's a really, really good version, and I'm glad that they took the time to upload it to YouTube. Anyway, it's interesting because 184 Toto's almost lucky to get into the top 100, top 200, but it is one of the most popular songs out there.
Yeah, I mean, regularly I say that there's very little nexus between quality and sales.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
You do.
I'll tell you what's not in the list.
Yeah.
You know, just keep a bit of Toto there
Yeah.
banging away in the
Just
background.
keep
It's
it in
all
the
good
background.
stuff.
Sounds great.
What's not in this list is Australian artists.
No.
Because they don't know and don't care.
Well,
And why would they?
Unless, except INXS.
And Akadaka. They consider Akadaka an Australian band, which perhaps they started out that way.
Yeah, they
And
mostly
INXS
are.
started out that way, I'm sure. Yeah.
They're sort of.
I know.
They're more of a Scottish band, aren't they?
They are, yeah. Hell's Bells by Akadaka.
Yeah.
And Never Tear Us Apart by INXS, yeah. I mean, because we've all got wings, but some of us don't know why.
Yeah, that's right. It's interesting because the most streamed song of that album is Back in Black.
For AC/DC?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. I thought that was a really strange choice. It's not even the best song on the album, let alone the best song of the 80s by that band.
Anyway, it's just another mystery to
It's a
to the
mystery to
world.
us. And Rolling Stone excels in mysteries of this nature.
That's right.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall in their editorial room when they're thrashing these things out.
What about, this is one that I wasn't familiar with his work, but I'm sure you are. John Anderson, country singer John Anderson, Wild and Blue.
Don't know.
Never heard of it.
I thought it might help you there. Look, that's typical. That's a very big
is
market in the US.
Yeah, I know, but it's not a rock song, is it? Oh, no, it doesn't say rock. It only
doesn't-
says songs, doesn't
It
it?
does say songs, and you know, so they've called out for all sorts of people to put in their top 10, and this one, and probably a lot of people on the list went, who?
Yeah.
And so he's in there. They're in the editorial room trying to justify their selections, and he says blah 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 blah. John Anderson this, John Anderson that. Yeah, all right, okay, put him in.
All right, give us a few of his songs that you do like to see. You're liking to see.
I was really pleased to see a whole bunch of stuff, mate. Leonard Cohen,
Yeah.
Tower of Song. Now, for a while there, for quite a significant while there, Leonard Cohen couldn't release an album because no one would buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got in this a list of what they consider to be the most important songs and the best songs of the 80s. Tower of Song, which we've talked about Leonard Cohen before, and lots of people have covered this song.
Yeah, indeed.
And it's really beautiful. Yeah, a lot of people don't get the wryness of it. They don't understand. They listen to it and think, "Oh, bloody hell, it sounds so." Maudlin, that's the word. Thank you very much. Well done. Yeah, and he's taking the piss out of himself. He said, "I was born like this. I had no choice. Born with the gift of a golden voice." And anyone who knows Leonard is going to say, "Right."
He does have a nice voice.
It does, yeah.
But he's just not a great singer per se.
Yeah.
But he's got a really. He's got more of a radio voice, doesn't he? Sort of that deep.
Maybe, but other people have tended to do his songs better than he.
Yeah.
And he is renowned as a songwriter, which is interesting. An album that we've talked about called "I'm Your Fan."
Yeah, it's a great album.
But released at the end of the 80s. So 91, I think it was released. So it covered everything that he'd done in the 80s, and it had some of the best artists.
Oh, fantastic.
Obviously, shut up about Nick Cave, will you, they say. Obviously, Nick Cave, the Pixies, people of that ilk.
Yeah.
And it's got some great stuff on it.
Great versions of that stuff.
Another band that we talked about a long while back, Stuff You Might Have Missed. Yeah, and I was amazed to find this album in there, or this song, Sisters of Mercy, this Corrosion.
Oh, okay.
Now, I love the Sisters of Mercy, and I've seen them when they've toured Australia and all of those good things, but I really wouldn't have thought that they were American or, able to be appreciated by America.
Yeah.
This is from the 1988 album called Floodland, which is just a beautiful album. I love it, I do. But they wanted to make it in America, so they called in Jim Steinman.
Big Jim.
Yeah, Big Jim.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
that's interesting.
Yeah, and this is
he knows how to produce a song.
He does.
Holy cow!
Yeah, if he wants a song with a big punch and a big voice, then he's your man.
Absolutely. Like, does Meatloaf appear on this song? This
Not
album?
at all.
Oh,
no,
okay,
no. Jim's branching out. And look, this is the song, this Corrosion, and we'll put it on the playlist. It's the song that introduced me to Sisters of Mercy.
Okay.
And it really is quite fantastic as a song. The Fall are in there. Now, what the hell are a cranky, curmudgeonly Manchester band like The Fall doing in an American list of the greatest songs? As we've talked earlier, I like The Fall. But I cannot imagine anybody outside of some enclaves of some of the more sophisticated American cities liking The Fall. Don't know what they're doing in this list.
Interesting.
Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
I love this song.
Yeah. Relax, don't do it. And it started a trend of people wearing a T-shirt with one word on it.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, because people are walking around with "relax" on the T-shirt.
They were an interesting band, weren't they? They had a lot of people on the stage.
They did. They had a lot of people. Didn't do anything else. Just this one huge hit album.
They got a couple of songs out of it, didn't they?
That's right, just the album.
Yeah.
Which I can't remember the name of.
No, I can't remember the name of it either, but it sort of disappeared into the ether, didn't it?
No, well, that's right. But I really quite liked it, and that's a good song. And the name, well, it's American. Maybe they changed it. Maybe they called themselves Frankie Goes to Hollywood to pick up on that American vibe.
Could have. Yeah.
And if I say 80s songs to you, there's a couple. Even if you don't think about it, you're going to get Cher.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Rubbing her crotch on one of the guns from the Missouri, the last remaining US battleship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge, dirty great, huge guns, but legs spread. She's in almost nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the boys on the boat are looking pretty happy.
That's right. Yeah.
Pretty happy.
This was quite a few years ago before she
got old.
Got really old.
She wasn't a spring chicken when she did that song though.
No, not a bit of it.
But she was pretty fit.
Yeah, she would have been. Yeah. But the use of that gun. Yeah, I'm sure that when they built the Missouri, a World War II ship, I think a World War II thereabouts.
Yeah, it was built for World War
They
II.
weren't planning on having a woman singer rubbing her crutch up against it.
I don't know that it actually saw much battling in the Second World War, but it was a.
That was the one they signed the surrender for Japan on.
Yep.
Well, that's
Yep.
all right.
Yep.
I mean, well, on a completely different tone, your lane, you can listen to Mick and the Fat Man talk history, but talk naval history. Battleships were out of date by the end of World War II.
I'll give you a bit of an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
Are you into Orange Juice Jones?
Oh, no.
No, neither am I.
No. He fits into my list of who?
That's right. Because I'm just looking down the list here. I'll tell you another one that's a bit of a strange one to see in this list. The artist in particular, Weird Al Yankovic.
He was great. He was the 80s. He had some great stuff.
He had some
What
amazing
they
stuff.
select, though.
And the thing that's interesting with Weird Al is his music is quite sophisticated when he puts it together.
Yeah.
And the other thing I always find interesting, he actually asked the artist for permission to use their song.
Yes.
Personally.
Yes.
And if they say no, he won't do it. And this is Another One Rides the Bus.
That's yeah.
Great song.
Thanks, Queen. Thanks, John Deacon, the bass player.
John Deacon, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Look, he started in the 80s, late 80s, and did well. Became huge in the 90s, when he did things like Smells Like Nirvana, and he did the Don McLean song talking all about Star Wars. The saga continues.
Oh, yes.
He was a lot of fun.
And of course, the famous one, Eat It,
absolutely, and Like a Surgeon.
Yeah.
He was great. Why would you think I wouldn't like Weird Al? He's great.
I know,
he's wonderful.
I just didn't think that he would get into the list, this list. That was all.
It really casts doubt upon the calibre of the list, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love him, but that really, as we've proven time and time again, week after week, year after year, what I like doesn't really have much bearing on what a lot of people are going to like.
No. All right, so let's have a bit of a think about some of the one-hit wonders that are in here.
Mate, it's chock-a-block full of them. 80s was the decade of one-hit wonders. Well, so this list would make you believe.
So I kicked off with Orange Juice Jones, The Rain. I don't even know the song, but I did have a look, and it's the only song on Spotify they've actually got anybody listening to.
Really?
Well, they've got a few others, but there's not much going on there.
Song by who? Orange Juice Jones?
Orange Juice Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
Not overly out there. Who have you got on your list?
Oh, mate, this just goes on. Bow Wow Wow.
Bow Wow
I Want
Wow.
Candy. How can it? It's an English song. How can it be on an American chart? I just don't understand that.
And a bad one.
Well, yeah. Debbie Gibson. I can vaguely remember Debbie Gibson. It's just one of those songs that's, thank you, I'm glad that's over. Now play something good.
Okay.
How about Hazy Fantasy? Do you remember them?
No.
Awful, It's a cute little song, but certainly not. It might make the 200 strangest songs to be played on Countdown list, and it would fit there.
I don't even remember it.
Two people dressed in real hippie sort of trippy gear. The guy, a guy and a girl, and the guy Jeremiah on Countdown. The guy was off his face.
Was he?
Absolutely off his face. He couldn't speak. Molly was his usual erudite self.
I hope Pete finds him.
If he does, Pete, when you'll just have to send us the clip of Hazy Fantasy.
Give us a bit of a review of Hazy Fantasy.
Yeah, and Molly was great trying to interview this bloke when he couldn't even talk.
Is that right?
Yeah, that was just dreadful. Fun song, but not on anybody's list of 200 anythings, really.
Yeah.
Falco, Rock Me Amadeus.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's all right. I love one-hit wonders because they're always an interesting song, interesting, unique play on something or other that's caught people's attention, but it's hard to see that any of them add to the culture. Yeah, really. Who else we got? Aha, Take On Me.
Oh.
Great film clip.
I don't remember the film clip.
It was the type of film clip. Well, not only the type of film clip. The film clip was a drawing. Yeah, it was being drawn as the band was doing all the things they were doing, walking around,
okay.
going into rooms. So the drawing would be of the lead Norwegian singer, going into a room. So when they got to a certain amount of draw, it turned into a real person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was interesting, and it used that technique.
Drawing?
No, that mix of drawing and live action in a few other Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Enchanted.
It became a bit of a thing with consultants. You go to a consultant and they're doing a discovery of how your business works or something like that, and they're charging you $20 for doing this. But they'll have a cartoonist there who does a series of cartoon drawings of what was decided at each point of this day's session. I kid you
Never
not.
seen anything like that.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, I did it with, I can't remember the name of the consultancy now. It's the French one. I can't think of it now. Capgemini, I think it was.
Huh.
And, so we're going through, how does this work, and what, and this guy's doing cartoons of it and stuff like that. So anyway, sorry.
That's fantastic.
It's a thing. It really is a thing. I saw Neneh. Now, did Neneh have more than one song? Or
Not that I know of. No, she only had 99 Luftballons and that was all.
Great song. I like that song. I thought she was an absolute ripper.
Yeah, it was a good song. It's something about dropping bombs on European cities or some such nonsense. I'm not sure what it was. It was one of those poorly defined protest, warning, end of the world type songs.
What about the Jim Carroll Band?
I've always loved their work.
Not familiar myself.
No, I've never been a Jim Carroll fan. No.
So we did, and there was another one I was looking at here, La Trim.
Yeah. Mate, you can go through that list and pick on any page. Just put your pen down and you'll find someone you don't know.
This name I liked. They're called the Peach Boys.
Fabulous.
They didn't do surf music, but I wish they did.
Oh, I see. Oh, God, I must have been obtuse. I didn't pick up that.
Oh, right. Was that obtuse, was it?
Because, no. Clearly, that's one of the jokes of their name, but it was spelled P-E-E-C-H.
Yeah. P-E-E-C-H. I don't know. I didn't quite get it. And now this is a person I wasn't familiar with. You probably were. Linton Kwasi Johnson.
He's probably even more to the extreme of who the hell is this bloke to get on the list? Now I know of him because he was a beat poet. In England.
But he had a couple of records as well.
Yeah, all of them about the same.
But I mean, that's a weird one, isn't it?
Very much. In a city, if you sit in your house and take some drugs, you'll be right on the money with this bloke.
Yeah.
A talent, a skill, not one that I regard highly. But there you go.
Probably as a beat poet, he's probably much better than he is a singer.
I would say so. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Mick and the Fat Man talk beat poetry.
That's it.
What about some of the lyrics of things?
Yeah, go on.
Just a couple that spring to mind readily. Kim Carnes, you remember Betty Davis Eyes?
Yes.
She's pure as New York snow.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't imagine New York snow fitting anybody's criteria of pure.
No. Not if JFK Jr.'s been in there throwing the odd dead bear around.
Exactly. And maybe you've heard the song by Shriekback called Nemesis.
Yeah. Don't remember it.
Big black nemesis, parthenogenesis. It is a song that's been recorded purely for the claim to fame that it's the only song ever to use the word parthenogenesis.
Now, what does that mean?
Parthenogenesis means reproduces by splitting.
That's what I was going to say, without a mother and a father.
Yeah, worms parthenogenetic.
Yes,
genetic. They're split in half. If you cut a worm in half in the garden, you've got two worms.
Yes. Great word.
It is, isn't it?
And to get it into a song is even greater.
That's a big effort. Yeah,
big effort.
Yep, I like that.
It's like trying to squeeze deoxyribonucleic acid into a song, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't recall any songs, particularly any that made the 200 time frame that you care to nominate.
Well, it was a band called DNA, though, wasn't there?
It's a long way short of
Deoxyribonucleic.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Ribonucleic acid.
Ribonucleic acid. That's it. There we go.
Yep. He's the one that everybody knows the person, but why on earth has she got a song in the top 200 songs of the 80s?
Who's that?
Samantha Fox.
Well,
you'd open up the mirror and there'd be Sam Fox.
Yep.
With very little on.
Yep. Now, I was lucky enough to see this song and find that she still has an active website.
Excellent.
And I was able to order you a beautiful glossy 10x8 photo, £30, but 35 gets a personal message.
Fantastic.
So I got to put it on your photo. Hey, big boy, I hope you enjoy the photo. Sam.
I don't know what to say, Jeff. I'm touched.
I know. So she's there with her with the boobies out, and happy days. So you'll get that in the mail soon, I hope.
Happy days indeed. What the hell is Sam Fox doing in the top 200 list of the greatest songs of the 80s?
Of anything.
Of anything, indeed. And we can put that under the category of what the hell was in the punch.
But the funny thing is that she rocks in at 164, which is even better than Toto. So the Sam Fox song is even better than Toto.
I can't think of a better note to finish.
But look, I'll finish off with one quick thing. I was just looking at it here as well, which was Sam Fox, as we were just talking about. She's come in at, what did I say, was 164. 164. Yeah. Coming in at 163, just sneaking above her, was Queen with Under Pressure.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
And just above that, 162, is Come On Eileen with Dexy's Midnight Runners. And just above them is Lionel Richie with All Night Long. So
it's a strange weighting system they've got, isn't it?
Amazing. So you got no idea how they rate it and how they come up with some of these things. Yeah. And then, of course, below her is the Police.
Yeah, clearly.
Joan Arbitrating.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
INXS.
Yeah.
And I think we'll finish on this one, the one of our favourite bands of Jungle Brothers.
The Jungle Brothers.
With tribe vibes.
I've got nothing to say.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we say thank you very much. Well, that's a wrap, and thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. It's free. And if you like this, tell your friends about us. Also, contact us at mickandthefatman@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks very much. See you next time.